Hey guys, how's it going? Professor Shuckle here, your coach of the Dark Cave Darkrise. Today I'll be going over a Week 9 battle for APA Ascension versus the Pittsburgh PZs and Coach Cavaliers. Unfortunately, we took a loss last week against the Hammerlock Hydras, but we're locked for playoffs, and so is our opponent. So basically, this match is to determine seeding as well as who gets the bye. To recall, the top four teams get a bye for first round of playoffs, so like they don't have to play at the first round of playoffs. So yeah, both of us are pushing for that bye because then we get like a week break and like we even kind of get extra time to prepare, which is nice. So yeah, we're looking to bounce back from our loss last week and push for that bye. So let's jump into the matchup. As you can see, our opponent have a roster of Excelgor, Ambipom, Zygarde 50%, Venusaur, Claydol, Mega Tyranitar, Corviknight, Primarina, Gothorita, Throw, and Torkoal. So as you can see, they have a pretty interesting and scary team. Like, this matchup is probably our worst matchup of the season, just because there's a Corviknight there, which completely shuts down Excadrill. Like, Excadrill cannot do anything worse than that. They also have a Mega Tyranitar for Pidgeot, although outside of Tyranitar, they don't really have anything for Pidgeot, so which is like interesting to note. If you recall in like game 2 or game 3 when we played against Zygarde 10%, I said I do not have 1,000 hours resist on my team. Since then, we did add Golisopod, but it kind of has a really bad matchup here. So yeah, we're gonna struggle with Zygarde 50% again because our team does not switch into 1,000 arrows at all. Sun is obviously scary. Venusaur with like gets Weather Ball now, which is legal with Chlorophyll, and Torkoal, which can reset our sand or reset their own sand because since they have Tyranitar. Primarina, always a huge threat, really hard to switch into as well. So yeah, like this is Gothorita as well. Like this thing is a huge threat. Like it can easily trap passive stuff on my team like Florges, Roselia, and take them out, like things that do not have pivots, which is really annoying. So yeah, let's see. Without further ado, let's jump into the team builder. So to start off, I have Bird Jesus with Hurricane, Heatwave, U-Turn, and Roost. I'm running Modest with enough speed to outspeed Zygarde, so 318 speed, but I'm only running enough special attack to make it think like I'm timid max special attack, just because I'm not creeping Ambipom, so if they calc the damage, they'll think it's timid and probably switch out their Ambipom, because I don't know why I didn't think Ambipom would come, and I just preferred getting like going Modest for more damage and like getting the extra bulk a little bit, which helps. Hurricane again like is really good. They only resist our Corviknight and T-Tar. Heatwave hits the Corviknight pretty like strong, like 60-70%, and the Corvik should be like physically defensive just to check like an SD Excadrill still, which could be scary with like a couple of flinches. U-turn just to U-turn out on the T-Tar, which should probably come in, and like with its enormous bulk and like the Spidef boost from Sand will chew any hit from this thing. So yeah, U-turn out into like Mienshao, which is like what we're hoping to do, and Roost is just for longevity. So yeah, next up we have Mienshao rocking the Life Orb this week with again enough speed for Zygarde 50%, with U-turn so that we're not trapped by Gothorita, Fake Out just to stall out Sun turns, Poison Jab for the Primarina. I believe like close combat into Poison Jab or even Fake Out into Poison Jab kills like a standard Primarina set unless like max HP, max defense. And close combat is just like pretty free versus the team. They like whatever comes in on close combat gets U-turned on or Poison Jab. So like my play is hopefully to lure in the T-Tar and U-turn with Pidgeot, go straight into Mienshao and click a powerful close combat. So yeah, max attack for as much damage, regen so that we can keep coming in, and life orb so we can hit harder without being locked in. I didn't want to be locked in just because there's a Gothorita and I didn't want to get trapped. Next up, we have Titor rocking the safety goggles and like pretty bulky, almost max HP, some attack, and then speed def and a little bit of speed for like creep for 0 speed Corviknight. We have Dragon Tail for like setup Corviknight or like a coil Zygarde. Ice Punch for the Zygarde. Crunch, which is just pretty good stab. Like I don't think that resist, and then Primarina. And then Rocks, which are just nice again for getting chip on the sun and like Primarina and Corvik. And Titar as well. Like all the chip is helpful. Safety goggles just so I can switch hard on Venusaur into this without worrying about like sleep powder and then growth or something. And with the sand boost, we should be able to take on like Giga Drain pretty easily. And if they click Solar Beam, they'll be stuck for that turn because sand would make it so that they can't click Solar Beam right away. Yeah, next up we have Vikavolt with heavy duty boots, max HP, max special attack modest, with Toxic, Bug Buzz, Volt Switch, and Roost. If you look at the team, they don't really have a lot for Vikavolt, like Bug Buzz and Electric coverage really goes through the team. Initially, I was thinking about like a more offensive Vikavolt, but I kind of also needed it to check Zygarde 50% and like check come in on Corviknight and come in on Corviknight, like kind of come in on Ambipom. So I needed it to be like bulky as well. Toxic is there so that the Zygarde can set up versus us because they probably won't click sub versus because Bug Buzz would go through sub. So I can Toxic that pretty freely and then click Bug Buzz. So yeah, Volt Switch is just for like momentum and as well as does like a good chunk of damage. Next up we have Latios. Again modest, just enough to outspeed Zygarde by 1 point, almost max special attack. We are running Aura Sphere, Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, and Dragon Pulse. Aura Sphere is obviously for the Mega Tyranitar. Thunderbolt is for the Corviknight. Calm Mind just so that because their speed tiers are a little slow outside of weather. Like they have Ambipom and Excelgor, which I can't outspeed with Lati anyway. So like Calm Mind's really good and can put in work just because the team's slow. And also helps us like not get trapped by Gothorita and like into a setup war. And Dragon Pulse is just like really good coverage versus the team because Thunderbolt and Aura Sphere cover everything else. For the item, I don't really know what to run on it, so I asked my friend Sky for like what item I should run on it, and he said Citrus Berry. So I was like, okay, sure, and I just put Citrus Berry. Yeah, there's no other rhyme or reason as to why I'm Citrus Berry. I guess it helps with the recovery for like one time. Next up, we have our Florges with leftovers and like physically defensive, but we're also running quite some speed so that we're not trapped by Gothorita. We're running Synthesis, Moonblast, Psychic, and Rare Seed. I initially wanted to run Umbrella, like the utility Umbrella, so that we could Synthesis even if Sand is up. But at the end, I decided Leftovers was better so that I could check Zygarde. Moonblast is just, again, for the Zygarde and stuff. Psychic just for the Venusaur on the Switch, if they think we don't have it. And Rare Seed is, again, just so that the Gothorita cannot trap us and also cannot sleep. So, like, the only way Gothorita can restore HP is by rest. So we would block that too. This is, again, walled by Corviknight, so, like, this matchup is rough. But, yeah, that's our team. And now let's jump into the replay and see what happens. So, as you can see, our opponent brought a team of Corviknight, Zygarde, Primarina, Mega Tyranitar, Ambipom, and Claydol. So, first of all, I was really surprised to see Ambipom just because I didn't prep a lot for it. Like, I just thought their Sun team or Gothorita would come instead. Yeah, but as for leads, initially I was gonna lead Vikavolt, but I thought I've been leading Vikavolt a lot whenever I bring it. So I thought they might decide to lead with Tyranitar, which like covered a lot of leads except for Mienshao. So So I thought I'd just lead Manchow, thinking they would lead Mega Tyranitar and like try to get up their rocks, or maybe even if they lead like Claydol or something, or Primarina, I could always check damage by like Fake Out. So I decided to lead Ambipom. I decided to lead Manchow, sorry. They decided to lead Ambipom, and I get the lead matchup wrong. So, because I don't really want to take a Silk Scarf Fake Out from this thing, if it is that, or like Life Orb Fake Out even. So I go hard into T-Tar just to see what he does. Is he does decide to go for Fake Out. And here I double into Vikavolt, scouting to see if he has low kick. But he makes a really good mid-ground play and just clicks U-turn and goes straight into T-Tar. So this was the lead matchup I didn't want, and basically the first 2 turns just gave him all the momentum and brought in his Mega T-Tar. Here I thought for a while about making an aggressive play and just staying in, but like I needed Vikavolt for Corviknight and like kind of Zygarde and stuff, like maybe even Claydol. So I decided to just scout what this thing wants to go for and just decided to go into Tyranitar, because I will be able to take any one hit from this and he would not click like Superpower versus a Vikavolt. So as he decided to click Aerialize, probably expecting the Manchow, like a hard Manchow play, but Manchow is so frail, I was not going to switch in because Mega T-Tar is so strong. Here I decided to just get up my rocks, thinking like he would not be able to kill me in one hit just because I'm bulky, and he's probably bulky too, so he can take pitch better. So as we both just trade rocks here, and here I wish I had Superpower, because I would have been able to take this thing out or do a huge chunk to this, bring up Pidgeot, but I didn't, so I had to click Dragon Tail, which does like no damage. And in comes the Corviknight. I believe I decided to just click Crunch here, but he clicks Brave Bird and shows he's faster, so it's now mint speed Corviknight, which was interesting to note. Here I can go Vikavolt pretty safely and scare the thing out, and knowing that he's probably not going to stay in because he'll probably want to check like Florges, because once Corviknight goes he doesn't have a Moonblast switch in. I make a super aggressive play and just click Bug Buzz, and I thought like if he switched I would get a kill, or unless he went Zygarde, because if he went Primarina I could click Volt Switch the next turn. But he goes Claydol and lives the Bug Buzz, which was really surprising because I was like, oh, Vikol's strong, but yeah. But I decided to just stay in and click Bug Buzz again. I probably should have roosted here in hindsight to get back to full so I could check things a little better, because this Claydol shouldn't be able to like do a lot of damage to me. And even if he was like Cosmic Power or something, the first Bug Buzz did so much that there was no way he would live another one. So I think it was a slight misplay. I should have probably roosted to get back to full health. But I thought he was just gonna spin. So, but yeah, even spin wouldn't have done a lot of damage. So I should have just, roosted, because rocks were already up on my side. As he clicks Light Screen, which is a little scary, probably, and so that probably means it was like Claydol as well. As he goes Zygarde, probably to set up. So I decided to just click Toxic here, because expecting this not to be sub just because I have Bug Buzz. As he clicks Dragon Dance and I get the Toxic off. So this thing is scary. We don't have 1000 Arrows resist on our team and everything is 2-hit KO'd by this thing. So I decide to just click Bug Buzz till I die. As he clicks 1000 Arrow and 68%, which is a lot of damage. But it's good to know he can't really Dragon Dance up again and sweep our team, because like I Fake Out in the back and then Floor just should be able to live one. So I just decide to stay in and Bug Buzz as he decides to just kill me with 1000 Arrows. I thought about going Manchow, but Fake Out into poison damage wouldn't have done enough. So I decided to just go Florges and like get rid of this thing because this is scary. And I click Moonblast and the Toxic damage kills him, but basically my Florges can't check anything at this point. As he goes Corvik, expecting it to bulk up or something, I just Synthesis, as he actually shows Agility. Now this basically means it's probably Agility with probably like Bulk Up and Power Trip. So yeah, like seeing Agility was kind of scary as I go hard into Pidgeot, not wanting it to keep setting up. As he sets up another Agility, he clicks Roost and I click Roost as well just to wear out the last turn off light screen. Uh, Forgetting to mega was just a misclick on my part. I meant to mega, obviously, so I get a little more bulk. Here, like, seeing that it was at full, I kind of thought maybe he's not, like, bulky at all, probably offensive. So I thought about clicking. So at first I was thinking if I click Hurricane, get a confusion, and that might be my play. Just in case it was like weakness policy or something. But then seeing that it was faster than T-Tar made me think that maybe it has no bulk and he might think he might be able to kill me. So here I decided just go for a heat wave, and like since I'm modest and he might not expect it, it might kill. But he was bulky and I only do 64% as he does show weakness policy, and this is GG because I don't have unaware and power trip will kill everything on my team. So yeah, pretty interesting set. Like, can't hate, can't be mad about a good set. As yeah, weakness policy was just like as I said, this matchup was really good for Corviknight because any kind of way, like just the presence of Corviknight scares out Excadrill. So this set is like, yeah, 100% viable in my opinion, just because he can pretty safely say Excadrill is not coming or Excadrill won't be able to do anything to this. So yeah, definitely props to my opponent for a really good set. Yeah, like the only play I could have made different was probably gone for a Hurricane Confusion first, and then like hope for the, hit in Self and Confusion and that Heat Wave kill. But again, that's relying on hacks and it's not really like a viable solution, at least to me. Like in playoffs maybe, but here like just respect for my opponent for that set. Even after if I killed it, I'm not sure I won just because I didn't have anything to outspeed the Ambipom, and Primarina looked really scary. So even if I killed the Corviknight, I'm not sure if I would win. But yeah, so we're now 6-3 with like +2. So that kind of drops us down to like 6th or 7th, and just because the differential is like the worst among the people in playoff spots, but we are locked for playoffs, which is good. But we probably won't be getting a bye. Like the only way we get a bye is if the people above us lose like heavily and we win like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, something like that. Although a win would make us like 5th or 6th just because we'd be 7-3 while everyone else is like 6 wins or 5 wins. But a loss would probably put us at like 9th or 10th just because our differential is bad. So yeah, we have to come back strong next week to get like a higher seeding in the playoff table, or like hopefully maybe even push for a bye. But yeah, until then, next week, and I'll be back with week 10. Till then, have a nice day. Bye.